Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is me Ubuntu Help Guy, and in this video I want to talk about Android versus iOS, at least the way I see it. So keep in mind that these are my opinions and they might not be the same as yours. Okay, so I own an iPhone 4, which I bought about 3 years ago, and it's been a great phone. I've been very happy with the fact that iOS just worked. But like I said in my previous video about why I love Linux, I'm a big fan of customization, which you won't really find on iOS devices, at least not in the same way as on an Android device. I then bought an Asus Google Nexus 7 a while ago, which I gotta say I'm a big fan of. Before the Nexus 7 I didn't have any experience with Android at all, and I kinda regret that, to be honest. Android is just a great OS in my opinion. I also like that Android devices are usually the devices with the most high-end hardware. It's just cool to know that you're sitting with a quad-core CPU and dedicated NVIDIA graphics while browsing on Twitter. My iPhone 4 is pretty old today in terms of technology, and I'm almost unable to use it now that I installed iOS 7 on it. It's slow, it's laggy, and it's just a pain in the ass to use. I do realize that I can downgrade it back to iOS 6, but that would just be a step back in my technology world, in a way. People say that iPhones aren't expensive, Android phones are just cheap. No, they're all expensive. In the end, it just comes down to personal preferences. Do you want something that works but with little customization options? Or do you want something that also works but with more customization options? That's the way I see it. Obviously, they both have pros and cons. So if I choose to use Android, that doesn't exactly mean I hate iOS. That just means I chose more customization, which I like. I chose killer hardware, which I like to know that I have. I chose the bigger screen size, which is important for me personally. It's the same story the other way around, just with different ways to see it. Again, it's a matter of personal preferences. Although in my opinion you can't argue which is better unless you've tried both. When I'm forced by the technology development to get a new phone, I think I'm going to get an Android phone because I want to try it out and see what it's like. But to be honest, I could go both ways. Let me know in the comments what you prefer. With that said, peace out. Girl Scout.